Hello everyone, welcome to Virtual Board. This video is going to be a hands-on video on Selenium automation topics. This will be your complete single video that will contain all the important topics which are required for T12 track in Wings 1. So I'll be covering the important topics like alerts, waits, select drop-downs, window handles, and all those things. We have already covered iframes in this video. So if you haven't watched this video, you can just go and watch it out and watch the entire video from start to the end. This will be a hands-on video. I'll try to explain as easily as possible, and if you have any doubts you can just let me know in the comment section. Let's start the video. So the very first thing that we are going to see is the alert. So we are basically gonna accept this alert. Okay, so I'll show you how we can accept these types of alerts. So first of all, this is my IDE. I'm using Eclipse IDE. We have just written a basic code of initializing a driver, and we have just added a implicit wait of 10 seconds. Okay, so this is implicit wait. I've added it for 10 seconds, and there is nothing much. There is no logic in this file. So now what we'll see, how can we accept this JavaScript alert? So this is the URL. First we need to go to this URL. Okay, so to access any URL in Selenium, how do we do that? We say driver dot get, and we just pass this URL here. Okay, now what is our next task? Next task after reaching this web page is to click on this button. So we'll get this button. Okay, so we'll try to access this button by driver dot find element by dot. Okay, so this is the XPath. So I'll copy it and I'll paste it. I'll say driver dot find element by XPath, and I will simply pass the value. And what do we want to do? We want to perform a click action on it. I want to click on this button. Now once you will click this button, what will happen? The alert appears. Now what we have to do, we have to switch to this alert basically. So how can you do that? We'll have to do driver dot switch to dot, and we get this alert function. Okay, by doing so we will be easily able to switch to the alert. Okay, and if I will say dot accept, this will basically accept this alert. Basically this OK button will get clicked. Now that's all we wanted to do. Now let's add a small wait for 2 seconds. Now what should happen? And then we'll add then we'll add driver dot quit to close the window. Now as we have used thread, we'll have to add this interpreted exception. Now if I save this, if I run this, what should happen? We should be redirected to this URL. Then driver should click this button, and then this alert should open, and we should be able to accept the alert. I'll run this. Okay, so it all happened so fast, I think you are not able to see this. So I'll just increase the timer. Okay, or what I'll do, I'll just add timer after this. Now we'll save this and we'll run this. See, we are directed to this URL. Okay, this is the test automation window that is open, and now this button is clicked, the alert appears, and we are getting the result. You successfully clicked an alert. Okay, so this is how you can accept any alert. Now let's see the second type of alert. The second type of alert is this one, where you got two options, OK and cancel. So in this case, what if you want to click on cancel? So what happens when you click on accept? It basically clicks on OK. So this cancel contains the false condition. So in this case is how we can handle it. So first of all, so now we need to click on this second button. Okay, so I need to remove this first. I don't know, for some reason I'm not able to click on the right hand side my screen. I'll just simply refresh it. Now I want, see, this is the one which we are looking for. The function name is JS confirm. So what I'll do, so this was our previous code. Okay, what I'll do is I'll just copy this entire thing. I'll just comment this out. Now we are seeing the second type of scenario. So here, what is the function name here? Function name is JS confirm. So we'll just replace it here because this is the only difference in the X path. JS confirm. Fine, everything else is same. So now what will happen? We will go to this URL. This second button will be clicked with this command driver.get find element, and we are finding this element and then we are performing the click operation. Now what we want to do, when we click on this alert opens. Now we want to switch to this alert. How we can switch? We can switch using driver dot switch to dot alert. Okay, and now what we want to do, we want to click on cancel. So there is an option, there is a method called dismiss dot dismiss. So this will dismiss this alert or close this alert. Okay, so I'll add sleep here also for 2 seconds so that you can see. Okay, now I saved it and I run the command. See, the pop-up opens and you clicked on cancel button, you also get that pop-up message. So when you click on this cancel button, you see you get this output in the result. See, if I click on OK, I get you clicked OK, otherwise I get you get cancel. Okay, and there is this third type of alert where we'll have to pass a value. Okay, we'll pass a value in the alert, then we'll click on OK. Okay, so that we'll see whatever text we'll enter here. Let's say if I enter virtual board and I click OK, then I should get a text, you entered virtual board. Okay, so similarly let's see. So this is the button, and only difference is that there is a JS prompt function. So what I'll do, I'll just copy this, comment this out, and I'll paste it for the third condition. So the only difference in the X path is prompt, PROMPT. Okay, now what this will do, this will click on the button and the alert will open. Now what we want to do is we want to switch to the alert. So how we can switch? Driver.switch to alert. But now we do not need to close it unless we enter some value in this text field. Okay, so we need to pass some value in this alert, but we cannot inspect it because this is not the part of the HTML. So how are we going to pass a value in this alert? So let's see that. What we'll do, we've already switched to alert. Okay, now what I'll do dot, then there is this sendKeys method, and what I'll send virtual bold. Okay, and there is one better way of doing it. What we can do is we can simply create one alert variable, and what we can do is driver dot switch to dot alert. Okay, we can write it like this, and we will import alert. Okay, now what we can do is we can simply use this variable here. This way we can just pass alert dot send keys. Okay, and then after passing it, we can simply alert dot accept. We can accept it to click on the OK button. I'll add a small wait 2 seconds so that you can visualize this on the screen also. I'll save it and I'll run the program. Now let's see what happens. See, the pop-up opens, the text has been passed, and we are also getting it. So whatever text you pass here, okay, as we just saw, and you click on OK, you get it in the result, and we saw the same in the result also. Okay, so this was all about alert. Let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so our next topic is window handles. So in our next task, what we are going to do, we will be coming to this URL, then we'll click on this link, then a new window or a new tab should open. A new tab should open, and I will copy this text here. I'll print it on the console, then I'll close this window, and we'll have to come back to this screen, and again we have to print this text in the console. Okay, so let us see how we can do that. First of all, I'll copy this URL. I'm going to remove this old code. You can take a screenshot or you can refer to by going back to the video. Okay, now whenever we want to access any URL in Selenium, what we do, we just simply pass it in driver.get method. This will open that window. Now what we need to do, after coming to this window, we need to click on this link. So I'll inspect this. This is a link inside anchor tag. So what we can do is we can directly use driver dot find element by dot, there is a method called link text. We can simply pass the text which is between the anchor tag. So here it is, click here. For some reason I'm not able to copy that, so I'll just manually type it here and we'll verify it. Okay, this looks correct. Now what we want to do, by doing so we'll be getting access of that link, but we want to click on that link, so I'll use dot click method, and when you will click on this link, a new tab opens. So there are two tabs basically. This is the children, sorry, so there are two tabs basically. This is the parent tab and this is the children tab. So first of all we need to get the access of all the tabs, the parent one and the children one. How can we do that? So there is a method called get window handles. Okay, there is a method called get window handles. This method basically provides all the tabs, information of all the tabs that are opened in any browser at a particular time. Now what we'll do, first of all I'll just create one string parent id to hold the driver dot get window handle. What this function will do, this will return me the instance of our parent tab. Okay, now we want to get the access to the child tab also. So how can we do that? So to do that we have to basically get the access of all the open tabs. So how can I do that? We'll basically use a set here that will be of type string. Okay, and I'll create a variable called window handles. This will hold all the tabs information in it. Okay, let me import set. Now what I'll do, I'll use driver dot get window handles method. So this is get window handle, a singular one which only fetches the instance for the parent tab. This get window handles, this is a plural, and this will fetch the information of all the open tabs in any browser. Got it? Now there are two ways to handle it basically. Okay, and basically we can add a for loop and we can check in this window handles. Okay, if it is not a parent id, then just switch to it. There is one thing called iterator that you can use here. There are different ways of switching to child window, but I'll tell you what I think is the easiest one, but this may not be the better approach. You can try it using the for loop, the other approach also. So we will discuss that approach here as well. So the first approach is that you can use this iterator. This is also a type of string. Okay, I'll create a variable itr and I'll import this iterator. Now what you have to do is we have to iterate it over window handles. Okay. Now what we'll have to do, we'll create two variables, string parent tab equal to itr.next, and then string child tab equals to itr.next. Now this parent tab will have the information for the location of the parent window, and this child tab will hold the location of the child window, which is opening by clicking on this button. Okay, and click of this button. So now what we have to do, we have already clicked onto this button here. Now we want to switch to that tab. How we can do that? We can do simply driver dot switch to dot window, and we'll pass child tab here. That's it. That's all we need to do, and we'll be switch to this newly opened window. Now what we want to do is we want to get this text from here. Okay, this is inside h3 tag. How can we do that? So we'll say driver dot find element by tag name. And what is the tag name? Tag name is h3. I have to pass it inside this string, and I want to get text. Okay, and we will just simply store child window text. We'll store it in a variable. Simply we'll print it out, system dot out dot print, and we'll print a child window text. Okay, now what we'll have to do, after we have copied this text and pasted in the console, I need to close this instance of the window. How can I do that? So I'll do driver dot close. So close is the method which is used to close any particular instance of a tab in a window, right? And driver dot quit is used to close all the instances of the tabs. So this will basically quit the browser, and this closes the particular tab. Now I have closed that tab and I want to switch back to my parent. How can I do that? I will do driver dot switch to dot window. Okay, and I'll pass parent tab, right? Now I'll be switched back to my parent. Now what I want to do, I want to get this text and print it on the console. Okay, so this is inside the h3 tag, and I don't think there are any other h3 tags here, so I can simply get it using the tag name here also. So I'll say driver dot find element by dot tag name, and I'll pass h3 here, and I want to get text. For some reason I'm getting it. I'll say get okay, I haven't closed this. Now I'll do get text method. This will get me the text. I'll use a string. I'll use one variable similarly, parent window text, and I'll just console it here, right? So this is our code. I'll run this. I haven't added any wait here, so this will happen very fast. We'll try to see. Okay, now initially our page is loading. See, we are getting the text from the child window, as well as we are getting the text from the parent window. Okay, if you want to see it real slow, I can also add some waits here. Thread dot sleep. I'll add it for 2 seconds. Okay, now I'll save it again, and this should work fine. See, so our code ran perfectly fine. We are also getting the output in the console. So this was all about this video. This video will become very lengthy if I'll cover more topics in this. So we'll be making a part 2 of this video where we'll cover more advanced topics like weights. So if you like this video and want more videos on Selenium, you can subscribe to this channel. If you have any question, you can put it on comment, or you can directly go to my topnet link and you can ask your question and you will get priority replies over there. Thank you for watching the video and being a member of the channel.